Okay. I want to see if everything's working well though. Last time I was overloading it. It doesn't seem to be. Is it even working actually? You seems to be alright. Yeah. Yeah, it seems to be doing alright. Okay. Yeah. It's really something I don't usually do. So this is gonna be weird. Okay. This seems to be fine. Okay. Ugh. Actually, I should probably put this on the. Um. Game mechanic. Okay. Everything working fine actually? Let me take a look. Let's see it, bro. That's good. Okay, so does it add more to it? Prompt to ask, does the claim recite additional amount that integrate the traditional exception into a practical application? In prompt 2, examine and evaluate whether the claim as a whole integrate the exception into a practical application of the exception. If the additional element is the claim integrate the recited exception into a practical application of the exception, then the claim is not okay to the traditional exception. So this should be technically be enough, but I think there's need to be a little bit more example. The main conclusion of a traditional exception, such as mathematical formula, which is one of the mathematical concepts in different extra idea, can mean that the claim recite a traditional exception under the step 2a prong 1. However, mere recitation of traditional exception does not mean that the claim is directed to the judicial exception under step 2a prong 2. Instead, under prong 2, a claim that recites judicial exception is not directed to that judicial exception. If the claim as a whole integrate the recited judicial exception into a practical application of the exception. Prong 2 does distinguish claims that are directed to the recited judicial exception from claims that are not directed to. I mean, this doesn't help a lot. I'm sure we can use the paragraph, but it doesn't help a lot. Because a judicial exception is not eligible, subject matter, if there are no additional claim element beside the judicial exception, or if the additional claim element merely recite another judicial exception, that is sufficient to integrate the judicial into a practical application. Adding one abstract idea mapped to another abstract idea, encoding and decoding, does not render the claim non-abstract. Well, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. So this is not a great one. Eligibility cannot be furnished by the imperative law of nature. For claim reciting traditional to be eligible, the additional, if any, the claim must transform the nature of the claim into a patent eligible application. Okay, so this is more important. If there are no additional element, well, it doesn't say much. Examiner should apply the same eligibility analysis to all claims regardless of the number of exceptions recited therein. Unless it is clear that a claim recites listing exceptions such as a law of nature and an abstract idea, care should be taken not to parse the claim into multiple exceptions, particularly in claim involving abstract idea. Accordingly, if possible, examiner should treat the claim for prong 2 and step 2b purpose as containing a single judicial exception. Actually, did I put it right? Should I put co-working and studying instead of just straddling? If my choice of this is not really just straddling, it's more like writing and reading. No. Software and game development. Pretty. Actually, what would be the best? Would it be? Is there? There gotta be a better figure for this. Seems to be a bit better, closer to what I'm trying to do. Is it co-working? I don't know what I'm... Oh, hi Sam, how you doing? Hello, hello. think this is a better subject to what I'm doing. Anyway, so in some claim the multiple exception as distant. Claim the multiple exception are distant from each other. First mention is law of nature and second limitation. What have you been up to? I haven't seen you in a while. Well, to be fair, I haven't been streaming in a while too. I've been doing other things. On the other hand, if the claim does not recite any additional element of combination of element, integrate the selected exception into a practical application and also does not recite any additional element or combination element that amount to significantly more than the selected exception, then the claim should be considered ineligible. I mean, this is also great, but it just doesn't happen to this too. The claim recite an extra idea by identifying the specific limitation in the claim under examination that the examiner believes recite an extra idea and determining whether the identified limitation fall within at least one of the grouping. If the identified limitation fall within at least one of the grouping extra idea, it is going to conclude that the claim recite an abstract idea in step 2A.1. But this is not what I'm really looking at. Is it? Well, yeah, I mean, it is an abstract idea, but there is an object onto it. I mean, the game board itself is just an abstract idea, no? So, performing control causing a sub character to appear on the field based on the first impression input. And when an enemy character is placed at a location where the sub character is caused to appear, controlling a battle. It could be worse. I just finished work on a song, school started again, and I just got accepted in a talent program for music. Hey, that's great to hear! I mean, as always, right? It could always be worse. But I mean, this is some great news, actually. If anything, that sounds like great. Oh, we're doing vacation and you have access to Twitch? Oh, that's kind of rough. Were you like going out or what? No Wi-Fi challenge? Honestly, it's not too bad. Performing control of causing a subject to appear on the field based on the first person. I love what the idea is. I see. Well, that's rough. I remember as a kid, my parent would hide a lot of the like PC and all that. And it would be like a hunt of finding where it is. We had like it was like a hide and seek kind of game. I was a pretty delinquent kid, honestly. I would find it eventually. Even if it took months. There's so much, there's so much where you can hide things, you know? But I mean, I kind of get why she stopped it too, because I was kind of addicted as a kid. But, I mean, I liked it, whatever. I mean, I wasn't like too young too. I was like 13, 14. I think at that time she started taking away my PlayStation away. This is considered an abstract idea, right? It shouldn't be like... Exam should determine whether a claim presents an actual idea, I think the specific limitation in the claim under examination that the examiner believes presents actually. Whether the identified limitations fall within at least one of the grouping. The identified limitation fall within at least one of the grouping of actual idea. It's reasonable to conclude that the claim presents an actual idea in the step 2A point. Then claim... Okay, so... I already have opened this on the BMP 2106.04D. So yeah, I have to like fully finish with this. That's great. I claim resetting and judicial. She didn't take my Switch though. I wasn't allowed to bring it in our trip. Wait, you weren't allowed to bring your Switch? Oh. I mean, Switch are great. It's like the Nintendo DS. I used to have a Nintendo DS and we like bring it for like trip and all that. It's like nice like pastime when you like in a bus or like in a plane. I don't like Nintendo as a lot, so I haven't. Oh, you went to the US? Oh, okay. What did you visit? What city did you visit actually? They also reside additionally. The whole integrate the exception into a practical application. One way to demonstrate such integration is when the additional element apply or use the resetted judicial exception to affect a particular treatment or prophylaxis for a disease. Okay, well that doesn't. Little Rock, Chicago, Oconomowoc, and Denver. I know Chicago. I actually don't know any of the other. Where's Little Rock? Oh, Arkansas? The fuck is Arkansas? Which is... Okay. What is Oconomowoc though? Wisconsin, yeah, I have no. Honestly, I don't know a lot of the of the states. Denver is in Colorado. So not like the major city. Interesting. Usually, when I hear people going to the US, they usually go for like LA or like New York, New Jersey. Relative. Ah, that makes sense then. That makes sense then. To be fair, there's not that much I'm missing out. Oh, I don't think there's a lot in LA. Actually, maybe there is. Maybe TwitchCon and all that, but that's about it. To this demonstrates the use of the judicial exception to a particular technological environment and thus transform a claim into pattern eligible subject matter. Such claims are eligible as step 2A because they are not directed to the recited judicial exception. Oh, this is a lot of jargon that's not necessary. I get that they have to be like clear and concise, but this is more like trying to be clear and not concise. I kind of get how people now understand a lot of pattern. Pattern is kind of really complicated in a way. I can't believe I did this for like a year. Other recent jurisprudence has provided additional guidance that is especially relevant to only a subset of claims, thus warranting the elevation of the particular treatment or prophylaxis. Actually, I'm wondering even if I'm in the right category actually. Because I would assume if you're co-working and studying, you're not talking. Right? I actually don't know. It's more closer to just running. I don't know. Solution in the step 2A prompt to analysis. Claim in Venda reset a method of treating a patient having schizophrenia with alloperidone, a drug known. Okay, well, this that doesn't help. Otherwise, I have to do homework when I come back. Take care, Sam. Take care, and I guess good luck with your homework. Hopefully, it's not too hard. That in order to qualify as a treatment of okay, that doesn't help at all. This is a bit too much into the drug category. I'm not a big I don't understand much of those. The treatment of prophylaxis limitation must have more than a nominal significant to the section. Okay. Okay. Step 2, whether a claim amount to significantly. Well, I guess I need to like. At first, I need to say that if this is like an abstract idea or not. No. Yeah, I kind of have to. A1 is example that do not reset abstract idea. Okay, so printer compressing a belt. Okay, so those are not abstract idea because they're. Yeah, okay. A method for loading BIOS into a local computer system which has a system processor. But I could also use this deck of code because this is a game mechanic. It's not like a software game mechanic. So this is actually pretty good as a way to use. So I might use this actually. Should probably like make this in a bit of order. So I'm gonna make a subtitle here. Is it headings? I think it's headings, right? Headings. Abstract idea. So game mechanic such as game rule such as blackjack. Technically also a game mechanic too. Rules such as blackjack. Game mechanic. As blackjack was it gave the projection of review the novel whether a claim in drawn to patent eligible subject matter. Yeah, section 101. But these are pretty old patent too, so it's kind of hard to Wait, it is no, it is taking the two-step one. Okay, it's not the 2024 the most updated one, but it's still a pretty good precedent case for that. So it's long held that this provision contained not patentable. This is one of the such as blackjack was gamble and mechanic such as was ineligible. Oh, oops. And this is at page 4 by Reese Smith. Page 4. Determine whether an invention claim ineligible to runner. We apply the now familiar two-step test introduced in Mayo ID. Then it further explain in a list whether the claim actually are directed to a patent ineligible conception. Second, we examine the element of the claim to determine. Okay, on the first step, we conclude that the applicant claim directed the rule for conducting a wagering game compared to other fundamental economic practice found abstract by the Supreme Court. See, yeah, specifically a method of exchanging and reserving financial probability created during the distribution of the card. Oh, so I have to. So I kind of have to use the same idea. So given this, compared to other fundamental economic practice found abstract. course, yes. The board reason here, wagering is effectively a method of exchanging expressive knowledge based on probability created during the distribution of the card. And that is, but then this, okay. The current claim to a method of hedging risk was directed to abstract. The method of conducting a wagering is drawn to abstract. Okay, so this doesn't help much into my case itself, since it's not really a game rule mechanic, but more the wagering, which is a okay. Increased set of rules for a game may be patent eligible if they contain an inventive concept sufficient to transform the claim extra into a patent eligible application. There we go, that does help. But appending purely conventional step to an abstract idea does not supply sufficiently. Inventing was the claim here requires shuffling and dealing physical playing card, which they can argue bring the claim within patent. This appears just as the restriction of computer implementation fell short in Alice, and dealing standard deck of cards a purely conventional activity. We therefore hold that the rejected claim do not have an inventive concept sufficient to transform the claim subject matter into a patent eligible package. But this one doesn't work really well for our case either, does it? Because a human can do it. Because a human can shuffle. Okay, so that is not to say that all invention in the gaming art would be enforced close from patent protection under 101. We could envisage, for example, claim directed to conduct a game using a new original deck of card potentials during step 2 of Alice, the government. During oral arguments, we cannot address applicant argument that the PTO exceed the scope of 101 support. The board may appeal the decision to the Federal Circuit. Emphasis added as the interim eligibility guideline. Guidance itself said that it's not intended to create any right or benefit substantive procedural enforcement by any party against the office. Rejection will continue to be based upon the substantive law and list this rejection. They actually kind of highlighted that if it was a new original deck of card pushers surveying step 2 of Alice. So this case itself is not that useful for me. Because it's not... It wasn't... Yeah, well... Let me ask Gemini. Just delete all of those. Is that what you... Yeah. Chat. Okay, so... Is there a precedent... a precedent patent case where a game rule was rejected, was a 101 rejection. Game rule was a 101 rejection. Okay, or see if there is any. Yeah, there's a clear precedent case in the RIS myth, a key example of patent creation for game rule being. Okay, so I need another one because this case was not because this case did not get rejected as a because it was a rule. It was and the fall during Correct, 25 in the resume. The core claim was indeed tied to the fact that the claim were within game could be performed by human. The version was not a blanket ruling against all game rule. The fact the pattern application was for new method of playing a dice game. Okay. So the standard dot, the dice had making like pass, loss, win, double pass, double lose, and double win. Providing the set of specially marked dice. Okay, so take a look at that one. Okay, so let's take a look at this pattern. The dice for gaming pattern under 35. Okay. Specifically, the core agree with the board that the claim method besides the abstract idea of rule for playing a game and lack an inventive concept sufficient to transform the claim into pattern eligibility. Okay, well, that sounds good. That's a great starter. And this doesn't exist. Really? How the hell do I find it then? Try to find the remarkable one then. Okay, there we go. Litigation, why are you even researching what you are researching? So there was like there was a patent by Nintendo. I don't know if you saw it on Twitter or something like that. There's a lot of people who called out on Nintendo patent. So Nintendo patent, which it's a lot of misinformation here. The patent office made a huge mistake how Nintendo problematic summoning patent pass without scrutiny. And I work with patent already, so I wanted to take a look into it a bit. I actually did like a video about how all those articles are actually lying. Yeah, the Pokemon one, exactly, yeah. That pattern is not... It's so specific that there's actually no game right now that actually infringe on the pattern, right? So there was like Nintendo ridiculous new pattern. Nintendo just put all video game in danger with their new... Like all of those are clickbait and they're not real. There's no game that actually in danger because of this pattern. There is no game that actually meet all the requirements. But they also created something that there's like someone who commented about game mechanics should not have pattern, and this is where like I'm not sure about the stand on that, and I wanted to just take a deeper look into it to see like should game mechanic have pattern or not. So I'm doing like a Google Doc about it, and possibly maybe push it to actually make into a legislation, possibly, if that's possible. If possible, like I like to like introduce this to like any senator or anything like that to be able like to, so that we can mess around it, because there's a genuine concern about game mechanic being patented. There's also the Nemesis system, which was patented and people were not happy about it. So I'm wondering if the patent of game mechanic are even like, well, if it's even eligible first, and the second, does it actually help anyone? I don't think it helped anyone that you're able to patent game, because for example, like one of the person who did the Balatro game, right? The reason why it became big was because of like how new it was, and even if there was like different Balatro game, like there's one in League of Legends, there's one in HSR, like it's a variant of it. It didn't take away from Balatro, right? And a lot of game mechanic, so game that innovates get a lot more attention than game that replicate that. So because like pattern is supposed to be helping in like innovation, but instead this is more like stopping innovation. I don't think there's like anyone who like game mechanic pattern except like Warner Bros or like Nintendo maybe, but that's about it. Any other game developer would not want that. So I'm trying to like get a strong case possible. I like to have people to review it, but I like to like just share a bit of my knowledge too. That's the kind of idea I want to do. So this is probably going to be like a video eventually, just to I guess just to like spread this the awareness, I guess. But I don't know. Again, I'm like, I don't have as much experience as other people, but I'm trying to look into all the legal scrutiny in here. It seems like there's a pretty strong case, but I'm not sure again. I've only done like a year of like patent, so it's not like I have like as much knowledge as other people. And more interesting than my German homework. It is interesting, but it's also quite complicated, right? So because this is the MPEP, that's basically the manual, and this is one article. There's the 21, actually there's this one, yep. This is one article of it. All of that. I don't even know who did that. And that's just like one of it. There's a lot more. But I'm going to be focusing on this one anyway, so it's not too bad. And I mean, it's kind of easy to traverse through this, right? So, for example, it's gonna be, oh, when one analysis is gonna be this part, so you can just click and like read it here. So it's not too bad, but it's a lot of word. This is what happened when you go into law anyway. I don't have like a license, so it's kind of hard for me to like give legal advice. I might get one eventually, I don't know, I'm not sure yet. I don't know if I want to continue doing this in my life, but it can be interesting. I just want to like try to educate some people, if anything. I've actually educated like 2 people already, so that's good to me. As long as I was able to educate like 1 person, it's good enough. Claiming patent eligible subject matter because the claim are directed to the abstract idea of rule for playing a dice game and the only arguable inventive concept related to the dice marking, which constitute subject matter, we affirm. Okay, well, this is a great one. This is actually a really great this is actually a great pattern. So this is United States of Court of Appeal, and this is going to be Marco Henry. Okay, perfect. So this is the one, and this is the. Actually, I might as well add a link into this. Insert link. And now I'll read a bit. So, a method of playing a dice comprising providing a set of dice, a set of dice comprising a. The topic remind me a bit of a rage bait video I recently watched. I'm kind of like falling. I'm kind of falling onto those rage baiter, right? Because this is what happened when you do YouTube video. It's a lot about getting a title that's clicking. I'm not the biggest fan of that, but that's how people make a lot of you, right? Whatever can make people angry, that you will get more information. That's why hate is easier to spread over media. On Twitter, for example, or like article journalism, they wouldn't care about the wholesome thing. They really care about this person shot this person, or you know, this person said a bad thing about this person. And they're not trying to like give the truth. For example, like the Nintendo patent, it's only about the controversial take about it. Like, Nintendo patent in game characters surrounding other to battle. The uncontested patent could now pose a fundamental threat to creativity and innovation in the industry. Then you have, how did the patent office made a huge mistake? Now Nintendo problematic summoning patent passed without scrutiny. Then you have Nintendo ridiculous new patent. An embarrassing failure of the US patent system. I like, to anyone who has read it, the pattern, it's really specific. it's really specific, and it's actually closer to Pokemon Legends ZA than anything. But I do see the other argument. There's like a lawyer who was saying that one of the IP lawyer was saying that it shouldn't have gone through that easily. And yeah, I agree. There's like it usually when I do a pattern, when I used to do pattern, I will need to reject at least once. It's really rare, like super rare to see a pattern getting through the first application of it. Yeah, they just try to make Nintendo seem as bad as possible. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I don't think they're the great one. I don't think patenting a game is, great. But this pattern is not really hurting anyone. It's not even hurting Palworld. Palworld is not getting hurt by that. But whatever the media is talking, Nintendo summoned the character summoning and fighting, which is not true. It's really far-fetched. Set of dice, the set of dice compressing. Okay, there we go. Okay, determine whether the claim I issue are directed to a pattern. Second, we examine the interval license. We explain the origin of the abstract idea, exception, and apply this to a computer software-based invention. I think my issue with my pattern examining job back then was I didn't go onto the right subject. If I went onto gaming, into the gaming topic of pattern, I would have done it. I would have like stopped, like I would have like learned and all that. Instead I went for like image analysis, which is boring topic, honestly. Using the wagering game is effectively a method. Okay, this doesn't happen. It's a plain method of playing a dice game, including placing wager on whether. Okay, probably based on dice rather than on. Its basic opinion contend that the pattern of this is a certain level method of organizing human activity as a catch-all abstract idea. I express concern that the board has used the phrase improperly as a permanent shortcut. Opinion again that this phrase can be confusing or potentially misused, since after all, a defined set of steps for combining particular ingredient to create a drug formation could be categorized as a method of organizing human activity. Here, however, where the pattern office further articulate a more refined characterization of the abstract idea. Rule for playing game. There is no one also observing that the claim abstract idea is one type of method of organizing human activity. In some, we agree with the board that opinion claim are directed to abstract idea or rule. Is it the rule game? If the game contains an inventive concept, that's what I'm looking for. To claim actually into a pattern eligible application. There we go. Preemptive is the underlying concern behind the abstract idea exception. A German guy made like a huge video about Nintendo and tried to argue how horrible Nintendo is and it hurt to watch so much. My thing is, if you're gonna be like talking, like giving information, right? People should go to the, they should know what they're talking about, right? If I'm going to do an informative video, I'm not gonna just simply go on this, put this title and say, yeah, they did something bad and then upload this video. I think that's one of the big issues that a lot of those media outlets do, is they take the title, they take this this journalist word for word and be like, yes, this is wrong. There's definitely some wrong thing about this pattern, right? I don't disagree. But the way they're going at is the wrong way. They're not attacking the pattern rightfully. They're attacking the wrong way. They're saying they're giving misinformation, and if you use any core, like if you try to like argue that, yeah, I mean, look, every game has this summoning type, then Nintendo will be, well, no, because they they have specific steps that make it so that it's not about only summoning. I don't know. I've seen like 2 video. I think even Most Critical done like a video about the pattern, and he said he read the entire thing, which that's part for him. I didn't read the entire thing because you only need to read the first claim, and he didn't fully understand it either. But at least he tried. He tried to understand. Um, but I think because I have a deeper knowledge of it, I kind of like understand that it's not going to infringe on anyone, even Palworld. But yeah, it's just a bit it's just sad to see that people like, because one person will do misinformation, right? Like the first thing was the tweet. There was a tweet saying the Nintendo pattern is bad, and then everyone started like following that and then made video about it. And it's dangerous. Misinformation, like spreading misinformation, is really dangerous. Yeah, for example, uh, this one, for example, Nintendo has successfully acquired a US patent covering the ability to summon character in a game and make them battle for you. And that's just a gross overview of it. And then people are like, "Oh, Nintendo is the enemy." And generally, this person does not know a lot, right? They probably didn't read the pattern. They're basing on VGC news, and that's the issue. When you're basing and when you are a news outlet like this, you need to be correct. You can't be just giving this and then, oh, now everyone can hear it. So they have a pattern here, right? And they even have the step of the pattern here, so they're not like misinforming. But the title is just to get click, and people don't go deeper than that. But no, we could not. And moving them to a different triggering fight if they hit an enemy. See, they even got it wrong here. So let me give like a quick overview, right? If there's an enemy where the subcharacter appeared, the player can control a battle between the subcharacter and the enemy. And if there's no enemy where the subcharacter appeared, the subcharacter will automatically move around, and the player can move the subcharacter to a different location on the field. And if an enemy is there, they can control a battle between the subcharacter and the enemy. Wait, what? They can control? That's not even true. This is wrong too. Wow, they even lied about it too. They got it wrong. This one is, if there's an enemy, they can control. But yeah, it's just a lot of lie here. I don't like it. Sorry, I need to go to bed. Take care. Oh yeah, no worry. Have a sweet dream. Take care. No worry, no worry. Preemption is the underlying concern behind the abstract idea exception, but at the same time, the Supreme Court has made clear that merely apprehending to an abstract idea is not enough for patent eligibility. So I'm going to have some sweet dream and wake up tomorrow for a good school day. Let me put this. And this is page 6. Page 6. Okay. For example, a claim calling for generic computer operating in conventional way to perform an action idea like an inventive concept. Alice 573 US at 225. The claim here recites the step of placing a wager, rolling the dice, and paying is either alone or in competition. Just as the claim set of shuffling, dealing, playing card, first short in Smith, and they are purely confessional and are insufficient to resist. I don't like that they use the shuffling that specific case, because that specific case was not really great. Dude, I should probably become a lawyer or something like that. I mean, okay. It is okay, so the way it's done is it has some flaw here. This is not going to be because the claim itself of this is not about the shuffling of chord. Well, because the shuffling of card can be done by human. So it wasn't really about the game rule. I can't believe this actually went through though. Well, a lot of law are not made fully well, is it? But maybe I haven't read fully, so because that's the reasoning here. It's that just as you came step of shuffling and dealing card, fair shot in Smith and computation, first shot in the claim activity here are purely conventional and are insufficient to recite an inventive concept. Which I mean I do agree with it too. I think it's just using a wrong. It was using uh the wrong appeal though. This is definitely not a good appeal to use. It's that in the prayer order. Dude, maybe I should just do maybe I should do work again on pattern, dude. It's on actually. Pattern eligible application of that idea. Accordingly, we affirmed. I agree that the claim at issue here are pattern ineligible but rights. But I need to make 2 points. First, subject matter question of law, one that can should be resolved at the earliest stage of litigation. Second, claim directed to dice. Card and board game can never meet section 101 threshold because they endeavor to influence human behavior rather than affect technological change. Yeah, okay. I really like this. Okay, yeah. This is a um great one from the appeal. Uh Mayor's okay. Okay. Haircut. Two. I need to make this better later on in terms of like how it look like, but this is pretty much it. The pattern may contain underlying issue. Yeah. Or subject matter is really challenged recent year, but has never once suggested that the section 101 calculus in my music stopped playing, I forgot that. Of the Okay, so I think I have a pretty good case here, no? So, what I have done here is that proven that the game mechanic, game rule slash game mechanic, uh, Because if it was like a game, like a specific game rule that made loading more efficient, then that would be like innovative. But just having a game rule is not innovative enough. I think I have a pretty good case here, no? First, we're going to step into the rest. It might. I wonder if there's like any case that's actually happened. I mean, it said the game mechanic cannot be copyrighted, but this game mechanic was well copyrighted. So it's technically not copyrightable. It's just that patent patent examiner just let it through, right? Yeah. Okay. So now I have to prove it. Like this is, I think this should be enough to prove that it's moreover, even when they call, game can remain abstract. Moreover, even when they call for human activity to be conducted through computer hardware. Well, this doesn't say much. Intent purpose, articulated technological art, test for patent eligibility because it did not improve the functioning of the computer itself when in any other technology. Okay, well, that doesn't say much. Okay, so well, game. Why are you so small? I don't want to take too much of the the screen. Could make myself bigger if you want, but I like it like this, you know. So I'm doing like a lot of technical stuff. Anyway, how are you doing, Noah? Board game may enhance our leisure hour. They contribute nothing to the existing body of technology insight. Yeah, they should therefore be deemed category ineligible for patent. Okay, yeah, that's a pretty good one too. But it's not technically a game. It's like a game mechanic dash rule. Well, it is a game, right? It's the specific movement of. You good? How about you? I'm doing pretty good too. Yeah, just chilling. It's been nice though. There's been like a lot of talk about pattern, which is something that I'm quite knowledgeable in. But there's a lot of misinformation, so I'm trying to like help people understand it. Too bad that my reach is really small. If my reach was a bit bigger, I would be able to like if my reach was bigger, I would be able to inform more people. Because right now I think like 90% of people think it's bad. I'm getting invaded by a parent. If that's what you want to know. I like this take from the jury actually, the judge. Okay. Yep, I'm down to put those one right now. This should be on which page again? This is page 7. Page 7. And this should be page 1, I think. Oh. Yeah, this should be page 1 of the... This one... Yeah, this should be page 1. But what's the other one? That's... so this is... Wait, what's the difference between this and the other one? So this is United States Court of Appeal for the Federal Circuit. In re Marco Goodera Holding BV Appellant. And the other one is... What difference? Same to me, no? Do. Wait a sec. Na. I don't know what's the difference between the bottom one and the top one, actually. Isn't it the same thing? Wait, is that applicant? No, that's appellant. Whatever. I think that's the affirmed part of it. Page 1. Affirmed. Page 7. Affirmed. Okay, that sounds pretty good. Sounds good. Okay, so now I was able to... Okay, so this is like the 101 step 2B. So this is like another... This is not the abstract idea. This should be another heading. This should be... Step 2B. It should be the step 2B, 2A? Is it 2A? Yeah, it's 2A. Step 2A, which one is that again? Yeah, so that's the Alice one. So that's step 2A, revised pronged, right? Oh, this is a lot, dude. I love law. Law is really interesting. It's just too much jargon. And the thing is, if you didn't make like if it wasn't like this kind of jargon, it wouldn't be concise. It wouldn't be clear. So they have to make it that long and that hard to understand. And dun, 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 dun. So this should be prong 1, yeah. Abstract idea, prong 1. And the next one will be step 2A, prong 2. Should be. I should probably read it through. Again, the declaration almost could. Limitation to significantly more than the exception. Okay. So this should be step 2A prong, amounting to significantly. That's too long. It's too long, but I kind of have to put that on. Yeah, it's kind of long, but whatever. I really need to like, I have to like make this a little bit to make it prettier. Because as of right now, this is just crap together. I'll make it prettier later on. I need to use the restroom. RB. Okay, I'm back. So take a look at something actually. There's a I did made a video actually, so I'm gonna answer to that person. Click on this. This person actually asked a really good question. So the real question, is it legal to patent this type of mechanic? It's pretty well known. It's pretty well known that there are some requirements to archive in order to create a pattern. The first to be a new and extensive in order to product media or life itself. That's a great question. And now this is a great question. The first, this is a great question. The first, I will say that this game mechanic itself is new, as I have not seen any game using manual and automatic. New, as I have not seen any game using using the manual battle or automatic battle, depending on how the is summoned. Mechanic itself is new, as I have not seen any game using the manual battle or automatic battle depending on where your creature is summoned. Now I believe there might be some obtuseness case that could be what was the full legal name of this? I believe there might be some on the 3 sense direction I believe there might be some 1 or 3 obviousness rejection, possible rejection, but I have not done the search. An examiner has done it. The other legal question is other aspect is the other legal aspect is 101, which is abstract idea. I'm actually currently working on which is abstract idea. I'm actually currently working on Google Doc, and video. The other aspect is 101, which is the abstract idea, which is idea. I'm currently working on a Google Doc video and video. It's taking a bit of my time, so it's a lot. The early guard spec is 101, which is after I'm actually well. Jargon. I might have a strong case. I would say I would say that I maybe have a strong case. That maybe there is a strong case to be made. Two. Into my. We're working on a cool dog video, which is taking a bit of my time since a lot of Lego Dragon, but we said that maybe there's a strong case to be made. I will give you up and finish my sword. And now, okay. I really like those people. They actually have like great questioning. To this itself. I love when people actually have like intellectual question instead of blaming. A lot of people that like there's a lot of people I guess that you like the people on you that watch the video actually have like really good question, but the people on short, some of them were like, how much did Nintendo well actually did you let Nintendo hit you or something like that? But I actually try to like give more information than being biased. Oh, wait, what? I want to copy it without. Oh. Whatever. What did I delete? I forgot what I deleted. Oh, that's rough. Whatever. So I really need to like reformat all of this after I finish, so it's a clearer document. So the overall claim does not add significantly more than the game mechanic. Turning to the second step, I have to like give a little bit more writing here. That'd be better. Seen in. I really have to format this better. Let's use Nintendo pattern. Actually, let me take a look at the Nemesis system too. Nemesis system. So say controlling by process. Okay. Also used by Warner Bros. This stuff. Yes, sir. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. There, abstract idea including a set of rules for game may be patent eligible if they contain an inventive concept sufficient to transform. Abstract including a set of rules for a game may be patent eligible if they contain an inventive concept sufficient. Finding purely conventional step to an abstract idea does not supply sufficiently inventive step. The claim here requires shuffling and dealing physical playing card, which replicant. There is not to say that all invention in the game will be focused from patent protection under 101. We could envisage, for example, claim directed to conducting a game using a new original card, potentially surviving step 2. So this is not great. This is not useful for us. It is a much different it's a really different talk. Yeah, this one I think is not that great. Because this does not. So this is saying like the game, including a set of rules for game may be patent eligible if they contain an inventive concept sufficient to transform. Game directed to conducting a game using a new original deck. So if it was like a different deck with different game rule. But the thing is, it wouldn't be as simply a game rule. It would have to be the deck. So the inventive part will be playing on that specific, like it still wouldn't be patenting the, yeah, so the game rule will not be patented, but this, because you could just use, it will be more like limiting, right? Yeah, because the main invention is not the game rule, it will be the new deck of cards. That will be the thing that, yeah, okay, that makes sense. So this is completely worthless. Even used against the opposition, if the opposition used this, it wouldn't be good. Because let's say the opposition used this. It wouldn't be helpful for them. Because they don't describe secretly more than the abstract idea citing the machine or transformation test for pattern eligibility, which has been deemed as a useful tool but not a mandatory requirement. The court noted that the claim were not tied to any novel machine or apparatus, more importantly, the claim invocation of a general computer and internet added to no inventive concept, rather than the transfer of content between computers is merely what computers do. In other words, the claim step simply instructed the practitioner to implement the abstract idea with routine conventional activity and thus failed to transform the idea into a patentable subject matter. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Yeah. So this will be in here, right? Yeah, okay. So I think I have managed to yeah, so I think I managed to get both of those. Okay, I do want to read a bit more of the MPEP since it's there. But those are pretty much like court case are going to be better than just using the MPEP. But why not? I'm gonna use this one too. This one's a pretty good one from the MPEP too, which is in the 21 integration into a practical application. MPEP. I don't like it. Why is it so big? There we go. So I could go to 21605. Actually, should I go to explain that implementing an abstract idea on a generic component does not integrate the abstract idea into a practical application in step 2 a prong 2 or add more synchronization in step 2b, similar to how the recitation of the component in the claim in Alice amounted to mere instruction to apply the abstract idea of intermediated settlement on a generic component. Okay, yeah, this is a great one too. But the claim recite only the idea of a solution of outcome. The claim failed to recite detail of how a solution to a problem is accomplished. Generally claiming the improved speed or efficiency inherent idea on a computer does not integrate a judicial exception into a practical provision. In contrast, a claim that purpose to improve computer capability or to improve an existing technology may integrate into a practical application. Simply adding a general purpose computer or computer component after the fact to an abstract idea does not integrate a judicial exception into a practical application. Oh, man. This is a lot to take in. Have I been doing this for an hour already? That's a lot. Been doing this for an hour. The issue is, okay, so I'm doing the I'm currently doing the I guess writing the law. I don't know. The only issue is I don't, even if I do finish doing this, I'm not sure how I could probably like publish it. My reach is really small. I try to do thing. I see how it goes. Because technically I'm not a lawyer, I'm just a guy who knows a lot about pattern. perform an existing process. Not the great at judicial, returning to a practical application provides significantly more. As a tool to perform an existing process. Use of a computer or other machinery in ordinary its ordinary task. Okay, yeah. This I really like this take. So this is from 21605F. Oh. Okay. I think I can go to the next. I can probably go to the next prompt by now. MPP 106. Yo. Okay, so this is step 2A prong 2. So this should be just technically this should be heading 2. Heading 1 should be sang. This should be step was it at least step? What is the name of the two-step prong for subject eligibility? So it's just a two. Okay, prong two-step of 2A. What's the new name of it? But that's not the new one. That's not the new one though. It's the revised one. There's a 2024 one. That is too long. That is way too long. Okay, well. So they're gonna be. So does the claim recites an abstract idea, law of nature, or natural phenomenon? Yes. Does the recite additional element? Though the claim is directed to a judicial exception? Yes. And then boop, go down. Okay, yeah. This is. I'm just gonna call it two-step prong. I mean that they just call it the two-step prong, I guess. Prong. Prong 1, prong 2, so it's step 2A. Oh, is it the name is step 2A? Okay. Step 2A prong. Step 2A prong. Prong. Prong 2 amounting. And this is going to be apply heading 2. Perfect. Now that we've finished this, we can move on to step 2B. Step. Let's make a title from it. Woo! Ooh, this is fun. Step 2B. Okay. Step 2 2B prong analysis. So, what's a step B? 2B. 2B? Okay. So, there's a new one for the 2A, but I think the step 2B is the same one. It should be the same one. Got it. So, step 2B. Does the claim recite additional element that amount to significantly more than the traditional exception? I don't know. So, because okay, as a whole, the dictate to a traditional exception. So yeah, and recite additional element either individually. More than the general exception. Yes, I'll go to pathway. Wait. Isn't that the same as step 2B? Oh, to a... Wait, no, it is the same. What the fuck? Wait, what? Dude, what the fuck is this, dude? Someone save me from this. This hellhole of pattern. So what's the difference? Difference between step 2B and step 2A2. Okay, so the improvement analysis in step 2 is differ from the analysis in step 2B in a case by considering what is well understood routine and conventional activity. In P specifically, the improvement analysis in step 2A determine whether the claim pertain to an improvement to the functioning of a computer or to another technology without referring to what is well understood routine. Okay, this means that in step 2A prong 2, the focus is on whether the claim integrates the traditional section into a practical application. The claim may demonstrate improvement to existing technology even if it does not improve on well understood routine conventional activity. Okay. First to be consider whether the additional element amount is more than the include analysis what is well understood routine and conventional. Okay. Ah. Okay, so and recruit for analysis under step 2B, where it may still be eligible if it amounts to an inventive concept. For more information on how to evaluate this into a practical application, see. Okay, this is not what I need. I need the step 2B. Prong 2 or in step 2B. If there are no additional elements to claim, they cannot be eligible. In such case, after making the appropriate projection, C. If the game is ultimately projected as failing to encompass an inventive concept, it is not necessary because the answer to step 2A is no. For claim, including a limitation. Okay, this is getting hard. Is there more explanation to the step 2b instead of like just referring to it? It's just referring to it. Okay, let's restep. Whether I claim amount to secure. Okay, perfect. 21.6. Wait, didn't I use that one already? No, I used 21.6.04. No, I did use it here. Wait. Was I using the wrong one? Did I already do work on this already? That wouldn't be the case, right? Please don't tell me that's the case. It might be the case. Yeah, it might. Yeah, okay, never mind. That was shit. Well, I mean, I guess I did the homework early then. Technically. Okay. There we go. So I can use this and put it down here. Where's the F1 though? Oh, this is also there. Wait, hold on. No, this is right. This is the one that's wrong. I have to put it down there. And this one's also technically wrong, and I have to put it down there. Okay. This is not... I'm getting somewhere at this. Addition of computer of does not the addition of game rule game rule slash mechanic. Is it game rule or is it mechanic? Game mechanics. The addition of a game mechanic in a non-transitional does not improve the system, the computer reliable effectiveness, loading time. Does not approve any concept. The transfer of content between computer is merely what computer. There we go. I'm pretty sure there's a better way of writing it, whatever it is, but I just want to give like a... prove any concept rather than transfer of computer. I need to read this again. The difference between one and the other. I think I'm not getting the big difference between one and the other. And now it's about the practical use. So basically, it's mostly like a step for AI to go through, because AI does improve or anything like that. That's what I'm getting at this. This is gonna be a better explanation of how step 2B works. In terms of difference between step 2B and step 2A. I'm gonna ask Gemini, honestly. Differ from step 2A2 and step 2B. Determine if the abstract idea is integrated into a practical application in the first place. Determine if the claim contains an inventive concept that transforms an abstract idea into a something pattern eligible. The claim as a whole looking for improvement to technology or meaningful application. The additional element in the claim assessing whether they are non-conventional and amount to significantly more. So would it be improve prong 2 is improvement of efficiency in storage, and the other is, and the step 2B is creating a new storage creating a new deck of card with game rules. I assume that's what it means. Okay. Game rule. This will not be a good example for step 2B. In fact, claim for creating a new deck of cards with a game rule will likely fail the retest step 2a. The abstract idea in the game rule itself, the new deck of cards will be viewed by the core already printed matter. The embody convey the abstract idea. Okay. Oh, so this is still abstract idea? But the other, like the other claim said that. Wait, no, it will be printed. They did say that. Oh. Um. Down store. Okay. That makes sense then. That does make sense. Was step to be made so pattern about the storage and not the abstract. And yeah, include class. Okay, so that makes sense. Yeah, okay. Okay, I get it then. Pull out the full claim. In the given claim, claim a non-transitory readable storage medium. It's not the main. It's not the. It's not significantly more than the tool. The tool carrying what? It's not the significant more than. It's not. It's not significant more than the. How do I put this into Word though? The. Whether the claim invoke computer or other machine as a tool to perform an existing process. Use of a computer or other machine is or other task, or simply adding a general purpose computer component after the fact to an abstract idea. Imagination, superior into a practical application. Provide significantly more. Aim. Machinery. It's simply used to add a general purpose abstract idea. And this should be enough to give this a 101 and move on, right? I think, okay. I kind of get why I went through, because this is a lot of things that I have to prove. But I think I finished. Let me make a conclusion. Okay, so let me make a conclusion. Pattern. One is this one. 124049. No, that's not the one. Na, 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 na. Four, 397. 397. 397. Oop. There we go. Done. And pattern that general. That are mainly focused on game mechanic will not be patentable, as it fail to. Wait, technically I didn't even need to do step 2. Did I? No, I need to. Yeah, no, I need to. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. I'm stupid. As it failed, should not be patentable as it failed step 2. The two-step wrong. Two-step prong analysis. Focus on mainly focus on game mechanic. Should not be patentable as they fail. As they failed the two-step prong analysis. Okay. As they failed to Wrong analysis. Rebel as they failed two-step wrong analysis. Thus considered abstract idea. This is a really short conclusion. I just make it. I'll make it prettier later on. This is like the game mechanic not patented. Because they're kind of like rule. Game mechanic are kind of like rule. Basically, like it's telling, like it's the rule of the game. Instead of telling, like instead of having a freedom of doing whatever you want with the card, it's just giving, like yeah. So yeah. I think I finished. I think I can probably try to. I just have to like make it prettier, and then that's about it. Okay, so how do I make it prettier? Game mechanic. Not be patented. Is that one again? What is this again? I don't know why I have this one on. Hello? What is it? What is that? Ah, it's this one. Wait, what is this even? Témoin, c'est la méthode de sa process. I've worked Lemon for the reset the method of compressing adding one more to the reset. I mean, this is not helpful at all. I don't need that. Should we make an introduction? Introduction. Times Roman. Game. Ooh, this is small. It's more a background, huh? Yeah, background. There have been a lot of attention on pattern lately. Even I'm not great at English, honestly. I should not be writing those things. On pattern lately. There have been a lot of attention on pattern lately, as Nintendo receive their new pattern. Yes, Nintendo received a new pattern. A lot information have been shared, but one point stand. Game mechanic will not be patented. Which hold true. Which hold true. Like there been yeah. Which hold true. As they are game again should not be patented, which hold true as abstract idea. So how did Nintendo patent the Nintendo received a new pattern? Even Warner's Nemesis system received pattern. Wanna go? Oh, there is. So I want to read a bit more. There's something in the MPP which talk about. I believe it was like the reason why pattern is here. It's protect innovation. So the Supreme Court has made that the jury reflect the core view that abstract idea, law, nature, through the power of pattern might tend to impede innovation more than it would tend to promote it, which is one of the main idea why it shouldn't be there. Nemesis system license lost. Wait, so can it or can it not? Wait. Warner's brother is closed? Wait. Is Warner brother gone? That is not the Nemesis system that we're talking about. Can you license Nemesis system? Pokemon. A lot of controversy. Everyone improved with the system received a pattern a lot, which created a spark of controversy. Controversy. Now, in the given, controversy. As the Supreme Court stated, the tool through the grant of patent might tend to impede it, tend to promote it. As the Supreme Court stated, oops. Tend to promote what it. Given his statement, stay. It is أول mechanic step at that. Given the history of they such as I have only impeded in innovation. Has used system to this day. They have only implemented innovation. The game mechanic. They have play innovation. Nemesis system, for example, has not been implemented in any game since the implementation of the pattern. They have already in addition, the Nemesis system for Or has not been implemented in any game since the implementation of the pattern. Including warners. Vision. Including body. Okay. So step 2A prong, basically saying I agree that separately to make 2 points. First prong is a pure question of long one. Expected to dice or including a set of rule of the game may be patent if the claim contained an inventive concept sufficient to transform the claim into a patent eligible application. This preemption is the underlying concern behind abstract exception, but at the same time, Supreme Court has made clear that merely appending conventional step to an abstract is not enough for patent eligibility. Oh, this one is actually not good here. It's better on the bottom one. Step 2B. There we go. Okay, so game rule mechanic. Um, uh, ooh, ooh. In the appeal of um rather than technological. I get the claim that issue here are patent ineligible, but rights but make 2 points. First, subject matter is a pure question of law. One that can is second claim directed to dice, card, and board game can never meet the section 101 threshold because they endeavor to influence human behavior rather than affect technological change. Is that a simple game? Yeah, they influence human behavior technically. They endeavor the influence of human behavior rather than affect technological change. Yeah. Game mechanics are the same. They do not uh affect technological change, but mechanics are the same. They do not affect technological path change. Um, Instead, they Technology said they were to influence human behavior. Such. Hmm. Actually, what does it mean by that? Kind of like defense on that one. I think for general historical observation. This. But that's not really true, is it? Yeah, because this is game rule. But this is more technological change. Yeah, this one cannot be used, can it? Yeah, this one cannot be used. I take it back. Yeah, this one cannot be used. Mostly because the game will affect the human. It's not like they cannot do it. But this actually change. Yeah, no. No, this actually go through. Yeah, that will go through. That's fine. All intent and purpose, actually, yeah, technological art, this visuality, yeah. But game has a leisure, they contribute nothing to the existing body. They should therefore be deemed ineligible for patent. Purpose, articulated the leisure, yeah. Because they did not improve effect and improvement in any other technical field. See also in the, yeah, explaining that patent process that must be in technical arts. Um, which one is this one from? Wait, which passage is that from? Oh, is that from the same one? We see that. Okay. This does not work that well because it's not the same scope. But then he did talk about it here. That's good. With the progress of useful art, while game man has a leisure to existing body of technological and scientific knowledge, they should therefore be deemed categorical ineligible for patent. Game rule and mechanic are abstract idea as seen in the appeal of. Okay, great. Whoever invent or discover a new, uh, computational matter, a new and useful improvement thereof may obtain a patent therefore subject to commercial of this. To abstract here without saying more. Okay, so an untranslated computer remote. Okay, so by removing the highlighted portion, well, we don't even need to technically remove the. Um, Surface. Okay. Maybe I should be a bit deeper on the 101. Not the subject matter eligibility. Well, I mean, I guess the abstract yes. Oh, yeah. Abstract idea. I need to focus more on the abstract idea here. I mean, do I need to? This is a good enough, no? Sure, it's say, but yeah. It's a bit hard. It's a bit hard to only give one. That's my issue. I think the rest is fine because it is saying that game rule are not. Uh, it's not a mathematical concept. It's more like Well, actually, could it be? It technically is the human mind, right? It is a mental process. Because performing control of moving a player character, well, in the virtual space, not really human, but well, the manual and automatic battle is not also manual. But I mean, you could do it in D&D though. Yeah, you could do it in D&D. Yeah, this could. This is technically uh game game mechanics slash R like rule limiting the player from doing other action. But given the but then this is is categorized as mental process. Um, was said by um mirrors. Page one. Okay. I mean, like rule limiting the player from doing other action. This is categorized as mental process, as said by Mayor. Uh, other action. As those will be applied. Those will could be applied in a game of D&D. D&D, D, uh, Dungeons and Dragon. Where summoning. Applied in a board game such as D&D. Okay. The player are limited. Head by manual battle limited by manual choice of battle and automatic. When summoning. Well, I could go deeper into it, but I don't think there's any point, right? Because you can just like say we're summoning where you summon the yeah. So if you summon, let's say you play D&D, you're a necromancer, you summon your skeleton onto the enemy, the bat. You can choose what your skeleton do, but if it's already summoned, they just attack by themselves. You could do that technically. It's not that like those can be like mental process. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm fine with that. The overclaim does not add anything more than the game mechanic, turning the second step of Mario from okay. The addition of game mechanic, the addition of processor, the addition of uh, the method, game event method does not improve any concept, rather, and I like this. Where did I put that in? Where is that even? Very encouraging. Wait, why did I even use that? I discovered to CLB Bank. Uh, Turning the second step of my. Why did I even use that? Why did I use this one again? What? I don't think I used that. I don't think I remember using that one. Yeah, it's worthless. That is not useful. Where is that from? Man, I don't know where this is from. Oh. Mm-hmm. Oh, that worked then. I mean, I don't. Can I like just copy this link here? That's not what I mean to do. I don't even know what to do. I don't know. I mean, that's just like I guess boom, boom, boom. Forgot to. Oh, is the ultra thingy? Ultra commercial. Okay, well then I do have the website for that. I just forgot where it is. This is the one. Holy moly. SSS. How do I sort? Wait. Okay, yeah. That's pretty good. That's given by insert link. Oop. Okay. Okay, I finished this. Now I need to start it. If it is open function open technology process, a technical explanation as to how to implement this invention should be present in the specification. There is the section must provide. And there we go. I just have to do a conclusion. Okay, well, that's about it. I'm gonna stop for today. I'll probably make a video about it in like 2 days or something like that. I need to edit and all that. But it seems like I finished the research. That's great to know because I don't need to work on anything else. So I'm gonna stop for today, and I'll see you next time.